So I've been up since like 3:45. Somebody's watching Bubble Guppies. I woke up thinking, now I've just been watching Fox News, so that's thrown my mental state for a loop. I have found out all sorts of interesting things, though. One that really is interesting, particularly. So in Chesapeake, there's this, the Satanic Temple wants to do an after school club. A guy named Lucian Greaves is the founder of the Satanic Temple. And the Satanic Temple also says that I've heard yet to hear this argument for allowing abortion. It's a religious ritual. Okay, I don't think the most pro-choice person on the planet could agree that that even made a lick of sense. You know what I think you need to do with the Satanic Temple people? The same thing you do with my child who drops the F word every 5 minutes. Ignore them. I mean, truly ignore them. The principal at this Chesapeake school made some mistake where she sent out a flyer about some Christian club in the afternoon, and then these dummies from the Satanic Temple, now they want their turn. Well, just ignore them. Don't send your kid to the club, and don't give them any attention. I mean, that's a lot for me to say that, but honest to goodness, that's exactly what should happen. Of course, I'm sitting here talking about it, but you didn't see me put it in the headline or anything. Good morning. I mean, this is why I hate people. Legit. Been up 4 times this past week. So yesterday, I had to write a post that I'm working on with MedIQ on mental health and menopause or perimenopause. This is going to get people out of here. So perimenopause, I didn't know this honestly until recently. Maybe I'm just a dummy. Perimenopause is when your period is not so regular anymore. So when I was, back having children in the days, I was like terribly regular. And then out of nowhere, it just sort of stopped. Good morning, Sally. Sally, I'm hoping I'm going to be with you in September. Was just thinking about you. Well, about every day this time of year. Just wanted you to know that. Tanya Aguilar's mother. But what was I saying? Oh, perimenopause. So perimenopause is when your period maybe it doesn't come 1 month, maybe it doesn't come. Mine is like in this period where I haven't had it for a few months, and I didn't know that. And so it's basically you're losing eggs. When you have not had a period for 1 year straight, you're in menopause. I know, right? I'm 47. But one thing I think is super interesting about that's one, no one to my knowledge is talking about it. It's about like talking about taking Zoloft, or I take Wellbutrin and Zoloft. All these things we don't really talk about. And I think it's because maybe it's weakness. And you have to think about the term. My cousin Patty always says hysterectomy was something created for women that were hysterical. That's where the word hysterectomy comes from. I think it's super important that we have these discussions. I've always heard about people that are like, I can't sleep. And I literally have been like, what the hell is wrong with those fools? Good morning from the snowy UK. I hope we get some snow here. I think we might around Christmas. Well, now I'm that person. So I have a little person with autism. who sleeps in my room on a roll-out bed, and I'm in perimenopause, and I wake up and cannot go back to sleep, and it is so freaking annoying. Good morning, Marcia. Up early? Unfortunately. So the lack of sleep is a real problem. We know that when you don't sleep, you're basically a drunk person. You have a tendency to be more obese. You also have a tendency to feel like you're losing your marbles. And I think some of that just comes with perimenopause. When I get up early like this, I've already had 2 pieces of peanut butter toast. I normally don't eat in the morning. But if I'm up at 3:30, hell, what else am I supposed to do? Good morning, Whitney. Oh, glad you found me too. I waited like 2 hours to do the video. I was trying to go back to sleep, which I can't decide if that's just a problem or not. But in all seriousness, I think we're walking around at Christmas and we're like, we're on the struggle bus. It's terrible. Other than Jody, who's going for a run soon. Oh my God, the idea of going, as soon as Jody is, I think about like, I'm going to go on I should go exercise. You know what it makes me want to do? Go back to bed. I mean, the word exercise makes me so tired. That coffee looks good. Oh, it's my Cafe Bustelo. Oh, y'all make fun of my instant coffee. My doctor broke it to me, perimenopause. Well, I'm so glad your doctor told you. So I think what happens somewhat is that women don't know it's perimenopause. They're not getting sleep. Their bodies are changing. They may be parenting daughters who are also going through major hormonal changes. Preach to that one. It's a lot. It's a lot. Women have no control over their hormones. I mean, I think there's this idea of like, get it together, you know, whatever. Control how your body reacts. Seriously, my 10-year-old boy slept with me. So it's just going with the flow. Oh, I get that. Yes, it is. What's your coffee? Oh, my coffee. This is my coffee. My mother just gave it to me. And I'm not even paid to share it. Hot flashes. I haven't even gotten into hot flushes. Hot flushes. I haven't started having those yet. Though I have been hot for like the majority of my life. Magnesium helps. I just want people to go to your doctor and say, I am not crazy, but I think I'm in perimenopause. Yes, Jairus, use your words, your own words. I have hot flashes. They are miserable. Randy is a man with hot flashes. Well, Randy, I don't know what the hell's going on with you. And I need help. I need help. You know, the age of suicide in women the average age is 51. That's also the average age of menopause. And so we can't pretend that the two things don't go together. And I would argue that I don't think it's menopause. I think it's not getting treatment for menopause. Early bus duty today. Oof. So we want to help women and we want providers to help women. But unfortunately, women are going to have to help themselves because I don't think we always come into the right provider. Emotional outbursts, bad decisions, insomnia, hot flashes, didn't know till years later that's what it was. Yeah, we have to, we got to help folks. We got to help folks. So anyway, and even if it's just talking about it, you know, I'm just trying to use the word perimenopause. Part of the problem is, why is it such a horrible word? Perimenopause. I mean, the whole thing is like, why are all the P words? Period. Pad. Well, you know the other P word I'm not going to say. P words. Ugh. P. Helping yourself is nothing new, unfortunately. No, it's not. And I think even at 47, I'm shocked at how much you have to do as a grown-up for yourself when it comes to medical help. I think we think that is our doctor's job, and it is, but it doesn't always help. My friend Angela, who's my PA, she was saying yesterday, she said, I think a lot of it is time with providers. You have 15 minutes. I mean, is the provider going to be like, tell me about your perimenopause symptoms when they know they have 90 seconds left with you, 59, been going through it for 9 years now. Hormone replacement, I rested, but it was needed for a time. Lack of sleep. So I think, too, not just hormone replacement. Maybe it's saying, you know what, I'm going to take some Zoloft, or I'm going to take some Paxil, or I'm going to take some Lexapro. Einstein slept a few hours per night. I think that's all baloney. I don't think. Remember how they said, people when Amos was little, they would be like, maybe he's Einstein. He didn't talk. Well, he talked at 2.5. I mean, that's not exactly groundbreaking of like delayed. I have a nurse practitioner who takes all the time in the world with me. Oh, well, I'm glad. I'm going to work. Well, come back, Robin, and listen later. Come be a subscriber. We kind of have talks like this all the time. And you can always watch videos later. I thought I was menopausal at 51. It was endometrial cancer. Get checked when things change. There you go. Very smart. It's not menopause at 47. You are too young. I had a hysterectomy at 29. So, Diane, menopause can be 47 for people. So right now I don't know if you're a doctor or you just play one on TV like me, but I am in perimenopause because I have periods maybe about now it's been about 5 months. Menopause is when you have not had a period for 1 year. So that is what defines menopause, not your age. Now, I would say if you were 20, it's probably not menopause, but I think 47 is the average age of menopause is 51. So it's important that we spread accurate and tell accurate, truthful information, which is why people should go to their provider and not listen to a friend that maybe tells them something. Zoloft. Oh, Zoloft is my friend. I did go down on my Zoloft and started taking Wellbutrin because I was trying to lose some weight, or have been trying to lose some weight, and found that was helpful. When I was a child, my mother turned into an unhappy grouch. My grandmother said my mother was going through the change. I am now 82, went through the early change. It wasn't as bad, but we did survive. Yeah, but not just Whitney, like having your medicine, but like tell your friends about taking medicine. I mean, the same way I do with my 9-year-old in there who takes Buspirone and Trazodone and Guanfacine. I have to talk about those things with them so that they know, and other parents know. Susan, I found out I was in full-blown menopause when I went to the gynecologist to have my IUD taken out and have another one put in. I was 47 and was informed I was menopausal. I called everyone I knew. I was in shock. She doesn't remember because she was so busy. That's so smart to get your blood work too and know. And a lot of people will do, some people, one treatment for perimenopause or menopause is being on the birth control pill, but being on birth control. So I think I thought, well, birth control is when you don't have children, not to help you regulate your hormones. So estrogen is what makes you feel good. You have estrogen. Well, then when you lose estrogen, you kind of go down. I came close to topping myself when I went through menopause, still sweating. No issues. So Kathleen, yep, some people don't have issues, and some people have huge issues. And I'm concerned about them. I'm concerned about the women that are up, not sleeping. Maybe they have some depression anyway, and the combination of menopause and depression, or maybe you've had some past hardship. And I think life can get super overwhelming, super quick, particularly this time of year. This time of year is, we laugh and are busy, but for some people, it's just too much. Do you feel like doing that funny Southern accent? Penny, I don't know. Are you going to become a subscriber if I do one? I feel like I'm asked to be doing like some sort of something terrible. I never thought of that. This is what I was supposed to be on. So Penny is talking about my alter ego, the Grand Dame of the South. And I can tell you what, honey, she does not talk about menopause at a cocktail party. They called it the change. And when you talked about the change, you didn't use the word period or the other P word. You just, had a fan and fanned yourself, and you're just supposed to get over yourself. Now, back then, we had our children young. You people don't know enough. Y'all are having your children in your 40s. Though I do remember my mother had her last baby at 48. Yes, she did. And her baby and her oldest child's baby were the same age. It happened all the time. And you know what? People were embarrassed, which I used to think was terrible. But now that I'm 47, if I showed up with a baby at my son's high school graduation, actually, it'd be kind of fun. But none of that sleep, it might kill me. It'd kill me. Yes, it would. I remember my own mother rubbing all sorts of potion on her legs, compounding from the drugstore. That's all I know. But seriously, I remember my mother. I've never talked to her about this. She'll be thrilled I'm talking about it right now. I remember her sleeping a lot. Like, she went through, I think, a major hormonal shift. And she had lost my brother. So I think she probably was already struggling some anyway. And then on top of that, it's too much. And I don't think she probably got the help she needed. And that's really when you worry about folks. A comforting accent. The no sleep would kill me. No sleep is, you want to talk about an after school satanic club? I call it don't sleep. I mean, who needs to sign up for the after school satanic club? Just come over here and live. Don't sleep a couple nights, and you'll feel like you already were there. So I started the video, and this Chesapeake is having this after school Satan club, and all the parents are in an uproar, which, I mean, it is terrible. I agree. But the best way to deal with those dummies is to ignore them. Act like you don't care. I mean, it's about like a 13-year-old, saying or wearing something ridiculous. Sometimes it's just best to just ignore them, and they just want attention. Sadly, almost used to no sleep. I just don't think you can get used to no sleep. Lost my daughter at 50, too much indeed. 44 when my first was born. Yeah, I think Peg losing a child and then going through this stuff, you really gotta be ready. And I think there's a tendency in our culture to buck up. Now, I'm not saying for you to buck up, but just you should buck up and, get it together. Just like if you're chubby, just exercise and eat vegetables. We know that these things that's not what research supports. Research years ago, if you had hypertension, you didn't get treated for it. You were told to get your act together and get your blood pressure down. Well, ain't nobody tells you to buck up and get your own blood pressure down. Now we take blood pressure medicine. Could people do some things to help themselves? Absolutely. Yes, they could. But like this, so if you're going through menopause, hello, doctor, I'm having some hot flashes. And your doctor says, have you thought about getting a fan? Then you say, kiss my ass. I don't need a fan. I need some hormone replacement therapy. Well, there's really been no research that helps. Kiss my ass. I want it, and if you can't help me, then what doctor do I need to go to? Well, maybe you should see your OBGYN. All right, well, I'm going to make an appointment. So then you go to him. Hello, doctor. I think I'm in perimenopause. Do you? Do you now? Why is that? Well, I haven't had a period in 4 months. And I'm either pregnant, I am a tiny bit bloated, or I'm in perimenopause. How are you feeling other than that? I feel crazy. I am crazy. I can't sleep. I've got these children. My daughter is 13. I don't know what to do with myself. Coffee doesn't even taste good anymore. Well, we need to get you some help. Have you thought about taking medicine? Oh, yes, sirree, Bobby. I take Zoloft and Wellbutrin. Well, maybe we should raise your dose. I love you, doctor. I love you. What would you like for Christmas? I'll give you anything you want, even my own body, for science later. No, you need help. Yes, I do, doctor, and I feel heard and seen, and I appreciate it. And you need to tell all the other doctors to quit acting like women are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And the other thing is, we need the husbands to come in here, and you need to tell them to quit doing the annoying shit that they do, 'cause it drives me crazy. Yesterday, my husband sat on the couch all afternoon, and after 6 hours, I said to him, you have been gone all weekend. Can you imagine if I was gone all weekend and I came and I sat on this couch while the children ran wild and you went to the grocery store? I think you'd kick my ass. And do you know what he said? He started laughing because he knew it was true. What is the alter ego's name? It sounds like it should be Scarlet. I don't know who the hell it is. Well, I do have a name in mind, but if I use that name, everybody will know who I'm pretending to be, so I can't say that name. My husband has the man flu. Last week, my husband had this stomach bug. No one has ever had the stomach bug except my husband. And then he gave it to our 9-year-old son. And the amount of vomiting, it was like Niagara Falls coming out of the rollaway bed from the roses. Shit, I tickled myself. Pearl Ann. Pearl Ann. No, that is not the name. She needs a name. Floymar. I'm going to let my subscribers pick a name. So you need to come over if you want to have a video every day. You come over, you pay your $5 a month. See, you've already gotten $5 worth of fun this morning. It's not even 6 o'clock. I mean, seriously, I know nobody has any money. It's Christmas. There's inflation. A freaking egg costs $6 for a dozen. We'll get some powdered eggs. Minerva. Wait, who was Minerva? What is Minerva from? Sybil. No, Sybil is that Blanche. Blanche was the name of my in-law's dog. Yeah, there might have to be I think I'm going to have, I like Minerva. I think Minerva might have to do a weekly subscriber video, at least. Laura Lee. Minerva. I really wish I could mention all the names I was thinking of being, but I would be a pariah in my community. This is when I wished I didn't live in a teeny tiny town. I wish I lived in a great big anonymous city where I didn't know anybody. Then I didn't have to worry about losing friends. That is sort of how Blanche talks. Honeybell, sweet tea. Waiting for my half an Ambien to put me back to sleep. Right now, it's 6 o'clock. You can't take Ambien at 6 a.m. You just gotta, look, now I sound like the bad doctor. Suck it up, buttercup. Are you tired?
Yes.
Do you want to go back to bed?
No. No.
Well, you have about an hour. So this is what he does. He gets up and then he says, I want to watch TV. And then we come downstairs and then we sit down here for 2 hours. And now he's going to fall asleep. And then he's going to be exhausted. And then he's going to go to school. And today they're going to the movie this morning. And then I'm on standby just in case he's not good at school. Well, you know what's going to happen? He's going to go to that movie. He's going to be naughty. I'm going to have to go pick him up. And then I'm not going to get any shit done all day. You know, I used to smoke Truvy. Smoking really helped with my stress level. And now I don't smoke. Now I just eat candy canes. Ethel May. I've got a lot of shit to do. I have to, what do I have to do today? Well, I have to get our service dog ID from the Department of Transportation. This is a brand new thing. And then I have to, you'll sleep till 10 a.m. Oh my God. What if I could sleep till 10 a.m.? All hell would be like hell in a handbasket around here. If I were in labor, people would come in and ask me questions. And then I need to, well, I have a list. I keep a list. Yay, new subscriber from Atlanta. Atlanta? What do people do there? All I know about Atlanta is Peachtree Bluff. That's all I know. I still want a cigarette. So I have this, where is it? My coffee keeps getting cold. I have a fake cigarette that lights at the end. It's actually quite amazing. Did UPS take your package? Hell yeah, they did. It's because small town UPS is awesome. I wrapped that sucker up in brown paper. My God, if the cat is in there eating my... Look what they have at the food line. They got Christmas tree cakes. Let's see what's in here. Stormtrooper leg. I mean, like, why is that in there? Oh. A magnet, some pins, doo-doo bags. It must not be in here. Can you imagine what pictures are on this thing? I mean, I can't. Never smoked. Where'd you get it? I think my children bought it. Just embarrassing. But they got it somewhere. I don't know where in the hell it is. Anyway, it's not here. Yeah, they bought it. It does make you feel like you're smoking. It's very safe, too. Do you think I'll be able to take a nap today? So be kind to yourself. If you're having the change and you're tired, or just like somebody said, they're getting ready to take an Ambien and go back to sleep for 4 hours, be kind to yourself. National Gingerbread House competition is back. Spend an afternoon, at the Grove Park Inn. I will say the Grove Park Inn in North Carolina is the best place on the planet. You smoke when you drink, and then you don't want another. Hello, Sandy. My name is Adrienne Minerva Wood. That's not true. If I smoked a cigarette right now, the first one would taste bad, and then it would be so good. And then that's all I think about for the rest of my life is smoking. It's called being an addict. It's a problem. Thank goodness I'm not addicted to anything else. Jacqueline said, I smoke. I used to vape. You're making me want coffee. Do you leave your Christmas lights inside on all the time? No, I just turned that sucker on this morning when I woke up. You are live now? Yeah. What else do I have to do? Nothing. Just sitting here watching crap on TV. My husband's gone to exercise. Nothing makes me feel more lazy and chubby than when people I live with go exercise. I'm addicted to food. Is that why your name is Steak Diane Elizabeth? I am so stressed. My son has to get his wisdom teeth out today. I have so much to do, including give 2 exams. Not looking forward to it. Well, Julia, I hope today goes okay. What? Help you what? How did you quit? Well, I started taking Wellbutrin, and I was starting kind of a diet-ish, just starting a wellness plan.
Help me, Mommy.
Amos, you look exhausted. Are you exhausted? Do you want to go get Mommy's bed?
No.
You what?
Resume.
I'm up for cigarette. Oh my gosh.
No.
Resume? I mean,
Resuming.
not resuming, okay. Hot cocoa bombs. Yes, I got some at the TJ Maxx for the kids for Christmas.
So new.
I can't see. Amos, this is like a game. It's called stand in front of the TV and tell you what you should turn on. Okay. What?
So new.
All right.
This one.
That one.
What a love. Help me sleep with Mommy. You stay here, Amos.
Stay where?
With Amos.
You want to come lay on the couch?
And I on Mommy's bed with Mommy.
You want to go get back in bed?
Yes.
Okay. Come on.
With Mommy.
Okay, well, come on.
And I'll stay here.
Oh, you want Mommy to go get back in bed while you stay here?
Night, Mommy. Good night, you quiet me.
Good night. He wants me to go get in bed while he stays here. Sleep 8 while taking Ambien. I tell you what, I took Ambien one time and made some phone calls kind of late at night. You better watch out for Ambien phone calls. Remember, with being overwhelmed by life, especially at Christmas, sometimes it's got to give, and it's not you. My oldest son is up too. He has autism. Well, of course he's up. They're always up when you don't want them up. I mean, it's exhausting. I mean, do not use the control release word. I can't, when I've taken an Ambien, it gave me, well, one, I made those phone calls, but two, it made me have nightmare. Oh my God, so tired. The more stressed I am, the more I eat in my sleep. Well, my uncle used to sleep eat, and he wouldn't remember it. Ambien Whitney. QVC loves Ambien. Really? Well, I thought Ambien made you asleep. Why would QVC like it? Oh, I gotta go to sleep. I take Amos to school, go back to bed. That never happens. It seems like it'd be nice if it did, but it doesn't. Anyway, you people, you have less than 2 weeks till Christmas. Don't beat yourself up. Find a friend and talk to them. You and Amos are awake, and I've not gone to bed yet. Well, you better go to bed. Holy crapoli. You need some sleep. That's why people always offer me the senior citizen discount at the Roses on Wednesdays. I guess I look old. And if you offer me the senior citizen discount, you know what I say? Hell yeah, I'm going to take that thing. Call me old. Subscribers, see ya later this morning.